Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. How are you? How are you doing? I'm fine. My good name is Smara Maina. I'm a registered dietitian by profession, and I help people to positively shift their relationship with food and their bodies. So today I'm going to be speaking to this individual who for a long time has always wanted to make the right food choices, has always wanted to eat better, healthier, feel better, feel fitter, and they're stuck. They don't know where to start, what to avoid, what to take, and there is a lot of nutrition information on the internet and all over the place. Okay, so today I'm going to try as much as possible to give you the fundamentals of nutrition, and also the basic nutrition concept that you need to follow in order to live a better lifestyle. So for starters, we have three key nutrients that you're going to be looking at. That is the macronutrients, micronutrients, and also hydration. Okay, that is your fluid and water intake. So with the macronutrients, these are nutrients that are required by the body in large quantities. This is the carbohydrates, proteins, and the fats, and all of them are very important to the body. The body needs them. No nutrient is more superior than. So let's start with macronutrient number one, that is the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is the most preferred source of energy for the body, especially for these important organs like the brain, the nervous system, and also the red blood cells prefers to use energy that comes from carbohydrates. We have two types of carbohydrates: the complex carbohydrates and the simple carbohydrates. The complex carbohydrates take longer to get digested, and hence it's absorbed much slower. And then with simple carbohydrates, it gets digested quickly and absorbed into the body quicker. So when you compare the two, it's mostly preferred to take the complex carbohydrate, especially if you're this person who is trying to watch your weight, because it tends to stay in the stomach for longer. It has a higher satiety value because of the presence of fiber. It prevents you from overeating. On the other hand, when you take simple carbohydrates, like I've said, it gets absorbed into the body much quicker, and once it gets absorbed into the body, then that means you'll feel hungrier faster, and then you'll want to eat more and more of these foods. With the complex carbohydrates examples, you have the starchy vegetables like the arrowroots, the cassava, sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, and so forth. And then also we have the legumes. We also have the whole cereals. And then with the simple carbohydrates, we have the likes of honey, fruits, and even the normal table sugar. Another important component is protein. Yeah, protein plays a very big role in our body. Our muscles are made up of protein. We also have our antibodies are made up of protein. We have the hormones are made up of protein. The enzymes that are used to speed up the chemical reactions inside your body, they're made up of protein. So having protein in your diet is a plus for you, so that you can be able to meet all these requirements. And if you're looking towards building more on your lean muscle mass, then having protein in your diet is very important. We have different sources of protein. We have the animal sources of protein and the plant sources of protein. So you can enjoy things like both the white meat and the red meat, and then diversify as much as possible the different sources of different plant sources of protein. We have the legumes, the nuts and seeds, and that will go a long way in terms of meeting your protein requirement. And most especially if you're a vegan who doesn't take animal or even animal products, then when you take these plant sources of protein, ensure you diversify as much as possible. Take variety so that you can be able to meet all your protein requirement, or rather get all the essential amino acids that you need. For someone who is taking plants or animal sources of protein, they're able to meet all their essential amino acids. But with the person who only takes plant sources of protein, they might not be able to get all the essential amino acid by just taking a single source of protein. And if you want to get all the essential amino acids, then you can try to mix the cereals and the legumes together. Yeah, combining the nuts and seeds as well. Yeah, all this will help you to be able to meet your amino acids requirement. So all is not lost. If you're a vegan, you can combine these foods, the cereals and the legumes, together. For example, rice and beans, you can be able to get all the essential amino acids by combining the two. So another important component is the fats. Yeah, so fats has been demonized for a long time, and people talk about fats in a way that they feel like it's very unhealthy, it makes you fat, but that's not the case. As long as you take them in the correct quantity, then it's not going necessarily going to affect your body composition, or rather in terms of your fat composition. So with that said, then you need to ensure that fats is also good for the absorption of fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K, which the body actually requires. So if you don't take fats, then that means you'll not be able to get all these important micronutrients that can easily be absorbed into the body through the fats. So you can get your fats from the vegetable oils, you can get them from the nuts and seeds, and also avocado. So with that said, I'm done with the macronutrients. I've talked about the carbohydrates, I've talked about the proteins, I've talked about the fats. So all these things make up all the important macronutrients that you need to take. So I'm going to move swiftly into micronutrients. So with the micronutrients, we have the minerals, yeah, the likes of iron, the likes of zinc, the likes of magnesium, calcium, potassium, and all those are very important. And of course, you have the vitamins, vitamin A, all the B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K, and so forth. All of them are very important and are needed by the body. So how do you ensure we get the micronutrients? You might not necessarily be able to just pick this one is a good source of vitamin A, this one is a good source of vitamin K, and so forth. What you can do to be able to meet all your micronutrients requirement is taking variety. So if it's legumes, take a variety of legumes. If it's cereals, take a variety of cereals. If it's vegetables, take a variety of vegetables, all the green leafy vegetables that you can find. If it's the fruits, take variety of fruits, because when you take variety, different types of food come with different micronutrients. So when you are able to have variety, then that means you'll be able to meet your micronutrients requirement. Remember, micronutrients, from the word micro, means these are nutrients that are required by the body in very small quantities. Unlike macronutrients, they are nutrients required by the body in larger quantities. So with the micronutrients, then you're able to if you diversify your meals, then that means you'll be able to meet your micronutrient requirement. Another thing you can do, take different colors, from the reds to the yellows to the greens. In fact, take all the rainbow, the purples, yeah, all of them, because different colors also come with different micronutrients in them. You might not necessarily need to know which is which. Once you've been able to get all these colors, then that means you've been able to get all these important micronutrients, vitamin A's, vitamin K, the minerals, yeah, very, very, very important. So we can now move on to the hydration, that is the fluid and water intake. Of course, you'll meet your fluid requirements by taking the fruits like the watermelon, the oranges, by taking broths, the soups, yeah, all those ones contribute to your daily hydration. And of course taking your regular water. Yeah. Another thing I can tell you is if you're struggling to have your water intake, you can try to make your water taste better by maybe adding a fruit inside it, or rather squeezing in a fruit like an orange, or a cucumber. You can put in some cucumbers, you can even squeeze in some lemon, and so forth. Apart from it making it taste better, it also helps with the nourishment in terms of you ensuring that you get some other vitamins, like for example vitamin C. So with that said, and also if you're a very active person, ensure that you're constantly hydrated. Every time you feel thirsty, then that means you're dehydrated, and you need to ensure that you get hydrated. You can try as much as possible, walk with your water bottle, and keep on taking the water. You don't have to wait until you're thirsty to be able to take your water. So with that one will ensure hydration. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, you can try taking water, because we tend to be so dehydrated in the morning. When you wake up, ensure you take at least 500 ml of water in the morning. And as the day progresses, you'll have met your water intake for the day, and of course you'll be taking your fruits, you'll be taking your soups and broths and so forth. I think I've said everything that I needed to say in this particular video. I hope you've gotten it, and you're going to start this healthy journey. I wish you well, and I know you're going to do better. You're going to feel better, you're going to feel fitter, you'll be happy, your mental health is gonna be okay. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.